Far beyond where most maps end, lies a world that few humans ever truly see: the Arctic. Here, the sun can vanish for months, plunging the land into endless darkness. Then, just as suddenly, it can return, never setting for weeks on end. This is a land of extremes. A place of silence and survival, where life pushes against the limits of possibility. Today, we step into this frozen frontier, to walk beside the great polar bear, to listen to the wisdom of the Inuit, and to stand beneath the shimmering sky where the northern lights dance. This is the story of the Arctic's mysteries. In the Arctic, survival has a face, and it belongs to the polar bear. Known as Nanook by the Inuit, it is feared, respected, and revered. Polar bears are the largest land carnivores on Earth. Males can reach over 3 meters standing tall, yet they move with a grace that hides their power. Their survival depends on sea ice. The frozen ocean is their hunting ground. From tiny cracks in the ice, seals rise to breathe. The polar bear waits silently, sometimes for hours, even days, for that single moment. But the Arctic is changing. As sea ice disappears earlier each summer, the hunt grows harder. Bears are forced to swim farther, starve longer, and in some cases, turn on one another. And yet, against the odds, life continues. A mother leads her cubs across the frozen plains, teaching them every step of survival, to track seals, to dig snow shelters, to know when danger is near. For the Inuit, the polar bear is more than an animal. It is a being with spirit, almost human. Stories are told of bears removing their skins to walk as men. Hunters once prayed before setting out, not to conquer, but to ask permission. The mystery of the polar bear lies not only in its power, but in the bond between predator, land, and people. Long before explorers set sail for the north, the Inuit thrived here. For thousands of years, they have lived in balance with a land most of us could not survive a single winter in. To the Inuit, the Arctic is not empty. It is alive. Every snowdrift, every shadow, every crack in the ice carries meaning. In a world without trees, they built igloos, domes of snow that trap body heat so well that a single oil lamp can warm the air. These snow houses are not just shelters. They are symbols of ingenuity, turning the harshest environment into home. Their survival depends on hunting. Seals, caribou, walrus, whales. Every part of the animal is used: meat for food, skins for clothing, bones for tools. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is taken without respect. But life is not only survival, it is culture. Games played on long nights, songs that mimic the wind, legends that explain the stars. Inuit throat singing, a hypnotic duel of sound, connects singers to the rhythm of breath and heartbeat. Their stories tell of sea goddesses who control the hunt, and of spirits that dwell in the ice. To them, every part of the Arctic has a voice, if you know how to listen. Then, when the long night settles in, the sky awakens. The northern lights, Aurora Borealis, are the Arctic's most mysterious gift. Curtains of green, purple, and red swirl across the heavens, so bright they cast shadows on the snow. To the Inuit, these lights are alive. Some say they are spirits of ancestors, playing games with a walrus skull as their ball. Others believe they are torches, guiding souls to the afterlife. And in some villages, children were warned not to whistle at the lights, for fear they would sweep down and take them away. Science tells us the aurora is born from the sun. Charged particles racing across space collide with Earth's atmosphere, releasing colors into the sky. And yet, when you stand beneath them, the science feels almost too small. Because in that moment, you don't just see the lights. You feel them, like whispers across the soul. The northern lights remind us that the Arctic is not silent. It sings. The Arctic is not just ice and snow. It is a story, written by animals, people, and the sky itself. It is a story of survival, of respect, of mystery, where polar bears walk as kings, where Inuit traditions echo through time, and where the heavens come alive in waves of fire. But this story is fragile. The ice melts, the animals struggle, the people fight to preserve their culture. The mysteries of the Arctic remind us of something larger than ourselves, that to protect this land is to protect a piece of our planet's soul. For as long as the Arctic endures, it will remain what it has always been, a frontier of beauty, danger, and wonder.